I'm just gonna talk about the holidays and stuff.
Great. Oh, here we are. I'm glad that picture
Ooh, that's
is
loud.
not.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Great. Yeah, I was just like logging on and saw our initial photo. It's not very good. As usual. I guess that's maybe the theme of 2021. Let's see.
Well, welcome everyone. My name is Tina from Quantum Healing with Tina. If you haven't been here before, I'm a BQH practitioner, spirit releasement therapist, intuitive empath, and remote spirit release practitioner. And today we're here with Karen.
Hi everybody. It's been a while. Happy New Year. Yeah, I'm haven't done this in a while. I am a what am I? Oh yeah, intuitive starseed, energetic healer, beyond quantum healing practitioner, channel, medium, psychic surgeon, author,
All the labels.
yeah, RSR facilitator sometimes, and medium. And yeah, how's everybody today? It's been a while.
I know. I miss everyone. Oh my God, that picture is awful.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. It is what it is, right? Yeah. Welcome to my world.
Yeah, so I'm just posting this on Facebook if anyone wants to join us from there.
Wonderful. Oh, I already got people on. Hello, Helen and Cosmin. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, guys.
So happy to see you guys. How about you let us down below? Like, let us know what your New Year's resolution is. Or what did you learn from 2020 and that you'd like to bring over to 2021? I think 2020 was a massive healing and learning experience where I really got to know myself even more than I did. Because, you know, it's a lot of time spent alone, a lot of time spent like really immersed in the 3D. So seeing how well you could anchor that 5D consciousness in that 3D world, because everything was like bringing that out. And it was really hard at first to, you know, to learn all the things that we did, or like not learn it, but see it become a reality, you know, like with all the stuff that we've been talking about with the vaccines, the, you know, and just the controllers itself, all the pedophilia, pedowood, everything with the governments, and, you know, apart from all that, and then coming in and yeah, having that separation with the border closures that happened at the beginning of the year gave me a lot of time to be with myself. And then we also, Tina and I also finished our remote spirit release, got our certification. So we really dug deep into the spiritual health check, like movement and everything. So through that, like by facing that darkness that we were able to do, was able to face the shadows within ourselves. And yeah, I had really uncovered a lot of stuff, and also like understanding how the darkness works with us light workers without us even realizing. So it took, you know, a couple of characters to come into our world to show that and reveal that very early on in the year. And, you know, showing that through like how the darkness will work through people. And, you know, like even for us, like learning how to clear ourselves, learning our own energy, what it feels like to be infringed upon. Having psychic attacks was a big one for us, because like since we are in a twin flame relationship, there's going to be a lot of things that are going to come in the way to separate that union and bond, and that just that energetic, what do you call it, that energetic thing. That kind of light bubble. So yeah, I did a lot of trauma work, learned a lot more about somatic healing, like brought myself like to incorporate a lot of my what do you call it, my parts. Yes, my aspects, parts, dissociated subpersonalities, giving them a voice and integrating them very nicely inside. What else? Just the trauma itself, like really coming back to my child self was a big one. And then being able to see that through my own children, especially my son, who's like my twin, was able to really reveal myself to me just by me watching him. And that's been really magical. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm just like, it's really hot. It's been a long time that we've been on camera, so
I know we're live too.
yeah. So
No,
just being vulnerable here and showing myself.
that was great. I appreciate you being vulnerable and sharing your story with others, because so often especially in the spiritual community, like people present themselves as perfect, and then other people strive to be that. And it's just not the reality. Like we're all on this journey together. We're all learning together. We're all learning along the way. Like everybody's just on the journey. There is no hierarchy or no one person knows better than another. We're all just like walking each other home. So I really appreciate that you can share that kind of raw vulnerability and the truth of who you are and that with everyone, because I think people need to hear that and they learn from that. So I just can't even like put into words how much we really learned from 2020 and grew this year and all of the things that happened. Like it's almost impossible to put it into words. Like it was such a huge year. And I really feel like, everyone talks bad about 2020, but I feel like it's been our best year yet personally. Yes, a lot of tragic and awful things have happened, but it's also like the year where the light really started to accelerate and shine on the darkness. And we have to be able to see those things and look at our shadows as the collective of humanity, because we created this. This is our collective creation. And so we need to be able to look at it, to look in the dark corners and see what we've created, like unknowingly, because of the unconsciousness of our species, we've unconsciously created all of this darkness. And so then we have to be able to face it. And 2020 was the beginning of that, and really such huge revelations for people because they had the time to be at home and to do the research. It was like slowing down that rat race. So where they're not just going, so where they don't even have the time to look within or to research things that might be going on in the world, and people had the time to finally do that for a change. And with this work, hold on, I'm just trying to log on to see the comments.
Yeah, we got Helen and Cosmin there, so it's nice to see that they've joined us.
Cosmin had some awesome clearing done.
Yeah, we met a lot of beautiful people in 2020. Oh my God. All of them. I have to say all of them. I mean, like, I'm not going to disregard anybody, but all of them had given us something, a gift, and something, I don't know. Everybody was just divinely timed and present for us in every single part of our lives, like of last year. I found it was really magical to be able to, create a tribe, create like a space where people felt safe enough to come to us for healing, or just to make friends, to make, acquaintances, whatever it is, like whatever we could have brought to them. They brought something to us equally. So I just want to say thank you to everybody.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, we've had so much growth this year as far as our YouTube channel and our work. Like everyone that has come into our lives has given us a gift of something as well, because we learn through helping you heal. We learn about ourselves, we learn about the world around us, and it's just been such an amazing experience connecting with everyone. And that's why I love to come on and do these lives now, because we get to kind of have a back and forth instead of us just talking all the time,
Right.
Yeah. But so our holidays were pretty amazing because Karen got to come and visit with the kids for a few weeks. And so we kind of took that time off because we really did work a lot this year. especially you,
My
because
God.
you had your full-time job and you were working that and doing sessions. So you get to have that like 3 weeks off where
Oh my
we
God,
did
yeah. It was so cool.
yeah, where we did still do some work, but it was pretty much just chilling and hanging out and getting to be together, which was great because we hadn't really seen each other all year. So we spent the holidays together, and that was awesome.
Given the okay by my doctor, by the way.
Yeah, because you're off from work right now, right?
Yes, I'm off from work, so taking the time to rejuvenate my body. My body really took a beating from just the energies from the collective, from working too. I would say that our job was pretty full time too, on top of my full time job. I was doing like maybe like 90 hours a week or something, like of just working and doing YouTube and doing all this stuff. Um, and then eventually my body just crashed. So it was just, I remember we were given a break, and then I was feeling like I was wired, completely wired. So my body was really on adrenaline. So that was a good indication for me to take a break where I could. So of course I was going to take a break from the job that was draining me the most. So
Yeah. Yeah, because that energy was really intense for you to be in a hospital setting, with all that's going on with,
oh God, yeah. That was really hard for me to be there every day and not being able to have a voice there. Like that was, efficient or, because everybody was, they're all in their own world and agenda and whatnot,
right.
their own thing. And here I am too in that mixed in that, and I'm not jiving with that narrative. So that was really difficult, and it would take a lot of energy for me just to shut my mouth, bite my tongue, and do my work. Thankfully for breaks and moments where I could go online and just vent to you, that was a savior itself. Like, because it was really difficult to just hold that all in and just watch people that you care about go there and want to take, talk about the vaccine and want to do that and not listen. But again, it's not for me to tell them not what not to do with their body, because I wouldn't want them to tell me what to do with my own body.
Right.
But just to plant that seed there and just be like something to consider. So if it's your path and you want to take it, by all means go ahead. But at the same time, do not shame me for my choices and decisions. This is the whole thing. It's just like we all have a right to do what we want with our bodies. But it's like, yeah, I just find like the divide that has been created or has been there for a long time, but has been very obvious in the hindsight, the
Magnified. It's like
2020. Yeah,
magnified. The
magnified.
polarization is like at an all-time high,
Yeah,
right? And it's like,
absolutely.
and what's so frustrating about it sometimes is like, you hear that quote, in the last days, good will be called evil and evil will be called good. And that's exactly what is
Oh God,
presenting.
yes, absolutely. I'm just grateful to have been able to have that opportunity following my higher self and being able to pave the way into that break, because I really needed it. I couldn't even imagine being immersed in that, especially at the end of the year with all the holidays and everybody just scrambling, just that energy itself, the holiday energy on top
Mhm.
of the virus energy and leading into 2021 energy. Like it was just too much.
Yeah.
So
And so, yeah, speaking of 2021, like, and we had the big solstice event, right? Oh my God, that day I was wiped out. Like I literally couldn't even keep my eyes open. We did start like a detox on that day, like a pretty major detox
I know.
on the day of the solstice, which probably wasn't a great idea, but it just kind of happened that way.
I
It
think it
wasn't
was
even planned.
magical because okay, well, the detox really is like a juice fasting, blah, 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 like something I don't do. Okay. I don't. I love food. Like, if you know me, I love food. I'll dance for food. I will, if you can feed me, I will dance for you. Like, and so this fasting juice thing was like intense. Like, I know that when I'm going to see Tina, I'm going to be drinking juice. That's fine. But there's an agreement here that it's just like, let me go get a hoagie, let me go get a pizza. But this thing that I had agreed on, because it was really fascinating. It's just, I'll let her explain what the magic about it is, okay? And why I said okay. Because I was able to produce one. Stay tuned. And also reaching new levels of our relationship through these revelations. So I had to cut out the foods that I love. I go to America to eat, apart from seeing Tina. That's like my thing. I want to go there. I want to eat food, American food. Okay. So that. And then, so this fasting, we have juice, only juice, no, absolutely no solids. Killer. Plus, I can't take the shake. There's a shake that you have to take that's powder with pure apple juice. Like we juiced the apples, had it with that. It was hard for me because I mean, yes, I understand. Like she says, it's not that bad. It wasn't that bad, but you know, my mindset is like, I'm in America. I'm gonna eat my meatball sandwich, and I couldn't do it. Like it was just really hard. And this was before the holidays too. So, you know, holiday eating, I was just like, wait, this is like rolling into Christmas. Like, what are we going to eat for? I'm not going to have like apple juice for Christmas. Like, I don't want apple juice for Christmas.
All your real feelings are coming out now.
Oh, you knew this. You knew this.
Yeah, but I bought it for you for Christmas so we could do it together.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why. That was another thing. You know, when she wants to do stuff together, I'm game.
But so it's called the bio cleanse. And you know, I've been on kind of doing juice fasting for a couple years now. Like I pretty much live on juice. I drink juice every day. And I've kind of hit a plateau as far as like physical health goes. So I was asking the universe for something to what's it called? To help me level up, you know, to kind of get past, because I've been drinking the same things and eating the same things, and my body kind of has gotten used to it, right? It's not doing much good anymore. So I asked for something to help me level up, and I came across this video on Instagram, and this girl was talking about the bio cleanse. And I've never done any kind of these cleanses before. I've done everything natural, like never wanted, I don't get bought into all these different kinds of cleanses and all that kind of stuff. I've never done it before, and I really am kind of against it in a way, but I am open-minded if there's something really good. And she posted this video about this bio cleanse stuff, and she showed her results. And the point of this cleanse,
yes, this is why I did it. Okay, please.
The point of this cleanse is to rid your body of mucoid plaque. And mucoid plaque is these really gross looking things that are stuck in our intestines. They're just stuck there, and they grow, and they're like harbingers of all like the bad bacteria and parasites and all kinds of stuff, because the mucus builds up and it gets really hard and it sticks to the sides of our intestine. So I'm like, when she showed her results from it, and it was like only on the third day, I think.
Yeah, second day actually for her. But she was vegan and a clean eater, not a cheater like us. Well, I'm just not healthy like you, but you know, like she was a clean eater. So that's saying a lot for her.
Right. And she still had this stuff in her body. So I'm like, well, we have to do this. Like, we have to get this stuff out of our body. So I bought it for you for Christmas so we could do it together. And we did. And we did have results. You had a lot of good results.
Yeah, I did. I had
your video.
Yeah, I had mucoid plaque come out on day 5. So that was Christmas Eve, like 12 a.m. Christmas Eve. Okay. I can remember it because there was part of me that like, you know, like it happened. And then I'm like, okay, like Tina and I are in a relationship, right? And then it's just like, you know, you're at a fork in the road where you're like, okay, do I want to show her what I just did? Will that ruin something? Is it going to change her mind about something? You know, I was just like, oh, you know what? Like, this is our Christmas thing. I should love this. Merry Christmas. Let me show you what I made. So that humanness just like ended real quick. But I mean, like it was pretty amazing. She was more fascinated than me. I was trying not to throw up like while she actually got a fork and like started like rolling it and anyway, there's a lot of stuff. I have a video. If
Yeah, we have a video.
yeah, there's a
Anybody
video.
wants
I
to
made a
see it.
video.
It's incredible, like that this stuff is stuck in our bodies. Like
It's not poop.
It's not
That's
poop.
the thing. That's the thing. It's not poop. It's like literally like it's rubbery. It looks like it had tentacles. That kind of sounds scary. Okay, I don't want to scare you. It's not like a DC comic book thing. But yeah, it was rubbery. It doesn't have the texture like poop does.
No.
It was very like it looked plasticky and shiny. So yeah. Sorry to be detailed. Sorry, Cosmin.
Has anyone out there ever done a mucoid plaque cleanse?
Yeah.
You should.
You should. We should link that down below that.
Yeah, I
you
will.
Could do,
it really works.
Hardcore. You could go hardcore the way that we were going, and then we ended up doing the soft cleanse, like where we could eat solids. But the solstice day was the day that we both went hard and had like 3 shakes. We had juice, water. That's it. That was really hard. I can't even believe I did that. The one day in my life, apart from when I was an infant and was drinking only milk. It.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you guys have never done it before, I definitely recommend it. We will link it down. So the point was the day of the solstice, like we were totally like out.
Hi, Myrna.
I couldn't even keep my eyes open, like.
Oh,
but it was really worth it to do that and to help the body cleanse. I mean, because that's what we're doing anyway. We have to help the body purge these toxins and all of the stuff that we've been holding on to all the time so that we can integrate more light as it comes in. Because if we don't help assist the body physically to purge, when the light comes in, it's going to be difficult, because it's going to take the light to help us, purge out all of the toxins and stuff from our body. So if we assist and make more room for it, it'll be easier on the body. Because I don't know about you guys, but the light that's been coming in, I mean, the Schumann resonance was like off the charts the other day. I've been so tired. Like, I haven't done anything all week, really.
That's great. But our guides were kind of telling you that you don't have to do anything. You shouldn't do anything.
Right.
For you to do anything.
Right. And it's hard as a human to listen to that guidance when you're so programmed to have to be doing things all the time. And when they're really asking you to rest, I'm getting a lot better at it. But it was difficult in the beginning, when you're getting that guidance that you need to rest, that your body's going through upgrades. And it can be difficult to listen to that and not feel guilty about not doing anything,
right?
Just really
you're very restful.
Very restful. Yeah. Yeah. How are you guys feeling out there? Yeah, it has bentonite clay in it. I think that's why it's there's like 3 or 4 ingredients. It's all natural and organic, and it does include bentonite clay, and that's what helps to the bowel to expand and absorb the toxins.
Oh God, yeah. I looked 4 months pregnant after that solstice day. I remember my belly was out there. I remember there was one, I think it was that day where I wanted to throw up, but it was because like, well, we didn't know, but there was like when you make the shake with the apple juice, you have to drink it right away. Right. If not, it's going to be very thick and nasty. Okay. Just note to self if you do this. So Tena made like apple juice and I downed it. And I was so like, okay, good. Thank God I got that out of the way. But then I was like, it tastes really good. It doesn't taste like the shake. And I go, did you put the shake in? She's like, no. And I'm like, do that again. So I did the shake. I mean, I had to do the apple juice again and drink it. And oh God, I was so bloated and I wanted to throw up because of how much juice I had and and then the expansion on top of it because of that ingredient. Horrible.
Yeah, the clay expands.
Oh God. Yeah. Jeez. Did it expand?
Yeah. Well, full moon. Yeah.
Okay, the kids are waiting. They would really like
Oh,
to talk, so
so
we like.
the kids have been dying to do a YouTube video. So they're gonna come on and they're gonna tell us about their goals for 2021.
Come. This is my son Matthew, and this is Julia. I don't usually show them publicly, so this is it.
This is it.
It.
It's your
So
big debut.
yeah. So who wants to go first? Goals for 2021. Okay, Julia, go ahead. You're gonna talk loud.
My goal is to
To what?
read more.
Oh, that's
Read
a good
more.
one.
And she's working on her writing too, so she's a really good writer and drawer, very good artist.
Yeah. She's an amazing artist.
I did Matthew's hair, so please don't judge, okay? Thank you.
Hair looks ugly.
No, it's okay. What's your goal for 2021?
To be more positive because I'm really negative about myself.
Mm. That's a good one, Buggy.
So I'm teaching them now that because he and I are very similar, that it took 30 years for me to like come into a place of wholeness and happiness and knowing that I could make choices for myself, like better, healthier, and loving choices. So, because Matthew's a little negative, Nancy, at times, to no fault of his own. I mean, like he's just, down in the dumps at times, and it's hard, being in that school age where there's a lot of bullies, a lot of shitty kids that are around. And he's a really good-hearted kid, and sensitive on top of
Sensitive, super sensitive.
yeah. And it's hard to be around kids that are like that, who look at you like you're different. And I'm saying, like, I go, you want to be different, you don't want to be like them, right? So I'm just, he gets down on himself, and I see myself in him because I was exactly like that too as a child. So after our visit with Tina was really a great co-parent with them, because she really balanced me out, because I could be like crazy mama, right? Yeah, see? Okay. Yeah, crazy mama. And yeah, so it was really good to have a partner there to help, kind of get them to open up their hearts a lot more and to express themselves the way that they won't, that they're not comfortable with me, or that I don't know, maybe there's something I'm not opening up in them because I'm a mom, I'm their mom. So yeah, we were able to see Matthew shadow big time while we were away. And that really kind of helped for me, even myself, to see myself as that child. So that's healing for me too, for me being able to change his narrative, so that he doesn't take that route, like where it took me 30 years to figure that out. I want him to gain 20 years of his life where he can be happy and create that for himself. So that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks for showing up.
Really proud of him too. Really,
Yeah.
really proud of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that triggered like a big conversation for you guys.
Peace out. Do your thing. Peace out.
Out.
I'm out. All right.
So that triggered a big conversation for you guys and brought to the surface like things from the past that were really weighing on him and affecting him in that way and making him feel like he wasn't good enough or worthy enough, like all of those things.
Yes.
And
yeah,
so,
I cried a lot on that vacation.
yeah. Because
Yeah.
he literally is like, if I can imagine a childhood version of Karen, it would be identical to Buggy. So
Yeah, even the hair too, same.
yeah, I will share the link. I think it's thebiocleanse.com.
Yeah, there is a "the" before.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, guys, please do it and let us know how that goes, because yeah.
Yeah, well, aren't you still like releasing that mucoid plaque, or is it stopped now?
Well, right now it's a little bit of a half-half kind of thing. But I feel like the bowel movements are becoming I'm getting constipated. So it's like as if it's what, like, remember how I was describing it? It was like it's slowly coming out. Yeah, it's just been difficult. So I know that is my indication now. I gotta continue the detox because I gotta
Yeah.
let all that crap out, literally.
Yeah, and when Karen comes here and does these like juice cleanses with me, or we do celery juice every morning and cucumber and all kinds of stuff. Even just doing that always triggers your virus, and it starts to present itself in rashes on your skin and things like that. So you know that it gets like activated, and it's trying to expel itself through the skin when that happens. So
Yes, yeah, my lips are swollen. Probably I feel like it's because the virus is still coming out. I'm still like, I have rashes a little bit that are coming out of the skin. So that's still happening. So I know that's an indication I got to keep going and remove this crap out of my body. So yeah, what else should we talk about?
well, tell us about your meditations, Myrna. Anything you can share? They
Yeah,
are
please let us
really,
know.
they are really, really smart kids, star seeds. Little star seeds.
Yeah, they're like,
Cosman says to Buggy, to be different is the best. Be you and be special. Yeah, that's what we teach them, you know, like
thank you.
to be rebels and not fit in with the crowd. But that's hard when you're a kid, you know?
Oh
And
yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
because you
I,
just, the human condition is to want to be accepted and to want to be like everybody else. But it's good.
yeah.
It's good that they have you to teach them another way, or they would probably just conform, you know, and be like everybody
Well,
else.
they wanted to. I remember that was an issue when we had all that discussion. I think it was November, when Matthew was also going through some hard times with his schoolmates and all that, and saying that it was really difficult to be around them because it's like everybody in that school wears a mask except for them. I don't permit them because it's not, mandatory. And I think it was just like they just want to know the experience. So they were really excited when I told them that I got them masks that we were only going to wear in the airport. Like that was the thing. I'm like, we're only wearing at the airport. Like we don't have to wear anywhere else that I know of. And so they had it on. Not even 2 seconds after we came in, they're like, I can't breathe. I'm like, you're telling me. I
Right.
go, you see how fun it is? It's not that fun. It's not cool. You're being muzzled, like practically. You can't
Right.
breathe. There's no good air coming in. And so that, I mean, I was a good indication for them, like how they were going to, I guess, or they were able to see what it's like at school, that it's nothing special. You don't want to be like them. You don't want to be muzzled like them. I want to see your smile. I want to see your face. Um, and look, and this trip itself was a really good thing for us to show them because, like, we went to Walmart. Hi Lisa. We went to Walmart. We took off our masks. The kids were like, or actually, what happened was Julia forgot to put her mask on. And she was like in the cart and she's like, I don't have the mask, you know? And I was like, it's okay. Like, keep it off. And she's like, yeah, we're like rebels, you know? And Matthew took his off. We were both, I go, put your invisibility cloak. No one has to see us. And we were a family of four just walking down the aisles without our mask on and nothing. No one said anything to us.
Mm-mm.
And I was showing them, I go, listen, I go, if this was a real pandemic, if this was a real deadly virus, we wouldn't be in the Walmart, A. B, we would be sick. We would have already been sick, which we are not. And if we're asymptomatic, great, because that means that our bodies are healthy enough for the symptoms not to come out.
Right. Yeah.
So, like, don't fear something that you have an immune system that could fight if it is, in fact, a real deadly virus. And no one's going to say anything because people in general do not fucking pay attention. They only show you what is on the news, the media and stuff, like those extreme cases where those like crazy Karens come out and be like, hey, put your mask on, like, I haven't met anyone like that. I haven't seen that. I know they're all staged practically.
Right.
It's just fear mongering and for people to get them straight. but it doesn't do anything. It's all about control. It's never about a virus. We just have to stress that. It was
Yeah.
always about control.
Right.
So we've
Yeah.
gone everywhere without masks on, and sorry, but we're not dead.
Right. And I think, you know, a lot of people go out without a mask on and expect a fight. Right. So they're putting out that energy of expecting that. And we don't do that. We just go out. We don't expect a fight. We actually make ourselves invisible, you know, and don't expect people to harass us or bully us or confront us. And we don't get that. You know, we actually are creating our own realities, and we get what we put out. Right. So if we're not putting out that energy of expecting a fight, then we're not going to get that. No one has ever, once or twice, somebody has like made a comment or asked me to put on a mask or something, and I just say I have medical issues, and they leave me alone. But that no one has ever harassed me or started a fight.
I can't say that. I'm a bad liar. I feel like I have medical issues.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Lisa, hi Lisa, how are you?
Thank you, Myrna. That's really nice of you to say. They are beautiful when he combs his hair. I'm just kidding. It reminds me of me. You should have seen my hair as a child. Oh my God. Yeah. Messy child.
Well, I love that picture of you with your glasses on and your big teeth and like your hair.
Yeah.
Bangs done perfectly.
Yeah, I was good looking.
80s child.
Yeah.
Well, that was probably the 90s, right? No?
Yeah, 90s. Cute, right? Even look at my shirt. It's so Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, yeah. And so, yeah, so where are we now? I mean, I think 2020 was like the year of shining that light on the darkness. Kind of like behind the scenes, like all of the truthers kind of helping to wake everybody up. And now this 2021, especially where we are now after January 6th, is people are going, it's going to start coming into the mainstream. And the people behind it all, like big tech and all that, they're going to be suppressing the information as much as possible. So I feel like, you know, the 10 days of darkness that they talk about is perhaps actually happening now, as they are like banning everyone's accounts that is speaking truth. I mean, like we're living in a country right now where they actually banned the president of the United States
from Twitter.
And other higher up people. Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But I feel like I'm not worried about it at all. Like I feel like everything that is playing out exactly how it's supposed to. Like even yesterday, was that, no, 2 days ago, the 6th. What time is it? Because we have to go soon. But even the day of the 6th, like everything played out exactly how they knew it was going to play out and how it was supposed to. I mean, I've seen videos of the cops literally corralling the people to come in past the little gates they had set up there. They were literally like, open the gates and like we're shooing everybody to come in. Right. And then on the inside, there's a video. First of all, it's like set up like reality TV. There's a video camera. There's a video camera guy like standing up behind. Yeah, like up. There's one of, like, you see that picture of him like looking down, taking the picture of the girl in the seat or whatever. But then there's a video of the cop inside the Capitol opening the door and saying with his words, stand back, but waving them to come in, and then grabbing his stick from the floor and then moving them up the stairs. Like he was actually bringing them in and through, and there's a guy with a camera standing there filming it all. I mean, it really is like reality TV. It's it's just like watching a movie. It's the craziest thing.
Like you have to have some money to pay off all these people involved to get all those people to come in and play their roles, their Simpson roles, get your camera people so you could show it in the media. You know, it's so corrupt. It's crazy and it's crazy to me how people are just like, oh, look what's happening at the Capitol. And I'm like, do you really? I mean, I understand like the narrative that they believe because they're already dead set, like, you know, the POTUS is really like a bad man and he's evil, blah, 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 you know? So they already have that narrative in their minds. Fine. But it's like, if you just look at the evidence, just a little bit, without having to put Donald Trump in, you know, in the hot seat, just look at the evidence around. Like, how does that add up to some logic? Like, it doesn't. Like,
Right.
do you understand? Like, what is it? Like, if you like put in the search bar Antifa, it links to whose website?
Biden's.
Right. Okay. Come on. Like,
And
people.
if you search Antifa.com, Biden's website comes up. Yeah.
Right. And do people know what Antifa is? Like, it doesn't take a fucking genius.
Right.
Look it up.
Right. Yeah. Well, and this is it. This is like the polarization had to reach this all-time high, and Trump had to go through all of the legal system and exhaust the legal system in order to show that corruption goes to the highest level in the land, right? And
Right.
that people needed to see that with their own eyes before you know, and for it to be kind of pervasive in the media, even though now like the media is calling him a national security threat and like all of these crazy things. Like,
Right. Whatever they need to add and to make themselves feel safe.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's all for mental illness and to keep themselves safe. All for love and country, but it's like, look at the other spectrum of it too. It is all for love and country. But what the hell do I know? I'm not American.
Oh, good. I'm glad people are moving out of the cities. That's good. Yeah. We're moving towards the light.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh, and I just want to put on a note about Christmas. Was a really special time for me this year. Last year. Yeah, it was the best Christmas I ever had. Ever. I used to like never like Christmas. It was not magical for me. It was not. Yeah, Tina was able to create that for us. I thought that was a really nice thing. Well, at least for us, for me and her. Usually she's alone for Christmas, or, you know, at least one of the days she's alone, doesn't get to spend the holidays. We've been fortunate enough to spend New Year's together for the last couple of years. But it was extra special that I was able to bring the kids with me and take the time off and be able to fly there and be together. Yeah, because like, you know, she even like decorated, she got a tree for us to do. Yeah, Santa came a lot. Even the elf came to visit. Yeah, the kids are watching in the other room.
Yeah, the elf.
Yeah, the elf came. The elf came to visit and wrote the messages every night. And but Tina like prepared a lot of cool things for us to do, like things that I never would have done ever in my life had she not been there. Like gingerbread house, decorating cookies. Aunt Sally will forever live in my heart.
Oh, Aunt Sally, yeah.
You have her picture to show people?
Right.
Yeah. Aunt Sally is the gingerbread cookie that I decorated with so much love, you will see. And
matching pajamas?
Yeah, matching pajamas was something too that I never would have done.
Well, I'll show them a picture of our matching pajamas. Hold on, I need my glasses. I can't see.
Yeah, we also did, just the magic of the elf showing up every day was fun to see. Christmas morning too was really fun too. Getting to play games with each other, like Rice Krispies treats, like all the family stuff that I never really got to experience as a child.
We're
Oh yeah,
matching
see, there's
pajamas.
our family portrait with our
Coco and
dogs.
Bud.
Yeah. Like the kids had matching pajamas. It was just cute. It was really magical, and to really feel that holiday spirit was really a big thing for me. And it really brought the inner child back for myself to experience that. And it was, yeah, now I
Oh,
understand why people love
there's poor Bud
Christmas.
with the reindeers on.
Like, it's so cute.
Oh, we went to the light show. Oh, here's Aunt Sally. That's Karen's gingerbread creation. I said he looks like Saul from the movie with Jigsaw.
I resent that, but look at her. She's happy. I even made
Is
a
she?
ugly sweater. Yes, she is an ugly sweater for her Christmas sweater.
It was fun. Oh, here's the Italian Christmas wreath Matthew made.
Yeah, Matthew made that one. Julia, no one voted for Julia. We did like
I
a
know.
vote. We did a
Yep.
vote online on Facebook, and no one voted for Julia's, which is this beautiful house because it looks like an adult did it.
Yeah.
People voted for me and Tina.
Because they thought they were the kids. Yeah.
I know.
Here's my
They were like
little
sympathy
snowman.
votes. Yours is cute.
Yeah. Aunt Sally's head got broken off, and
I know. I felt like when you were telling me, you're like, I have to confess something to you. I thought it was something like I was not going to like, or something like I was feeling my body getting hot and triggered. You're like, Aunt Sally's head came off. I'm like, oh, okay, I could deal with that. Like God, I thought, like, what do you have to tell me?
oh yeah, the kids had fun hanging out with the dogs too. They really loved them, and the dogs love all the attention, because they don't get that much attention from me. It was fun. Oh, we never took a picture of the elf, did we? The elf did some really cool things. What is that noise?
Just the noises of the building.
Oh, and this is one of my favorite pictures. Me and Bud.
Oh yeah, so cute.
What else did we do on vacation?
We were very restful.
We were very restful. Yeah.
Yeah, we just did a lot of juicing, a lot of relaxing and watching movies. The kids loved it because I remember what Julia said. She's like, "Oh yeah, we love it here because Tina lets us eat candy before bed," and I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "If she lets us go to sleep late," I was like, "Yeah, something I'm gonna have to deal with when we get home."
Well, they were on vacation. I mean, you gotta relax a little,
Yeah, but then you come and you're like, "Is it bedtime yet?" I'm like, "No, you did this. You did this." I go, "They would have been in bed 4 hours ago."
And here's our New Year's Eve picture. Oh, yeah,
New Year's Eve too was cute. I don't know if they're like watching, but we did miss the countdown, so we made one.
We missed it by like a minute. I'm like, oh my God, it's 12:01.
And you're like 10.
Well, we couldn't find the countdown anywhere.
Yeah, we don't have cable.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched a couple of movies together too.
Oh, we went to visit my aunt in Wilkes-Barre, who I haven't seen in like 8 years. Got to hang out for the
nice
day.
to meet her.
Bud and Betty got to see each other again. They're brother and sister. I can't see.
Yeah, they're like two, what do you call it? What kind of dogs are they? Westies, yeah.
There's a
brother and sister.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
Yeah, we did that, and my cousins came over to visit that I've never actually like really had a conversation with. Like we see each other at like
funerals.
That's pretty much it. So I got to spend time with and get to know them. And yeah.
I am the bridge to family reunions.
You are. Yeah. How was the holidays for you guys?
I hope it was fun. As fun as we had. I was really grateful. You know, the only time and place I can ever really get to rest and relax is when I'm there in New Jersey with Tina. So last year was really difficult because I didn't sleep very much. So coming home was again really difficult. The first 3 days, I slept like maybe like 4 hours, and like last night I slept really good. I slept for 15, which I think was a catch up for like the last time.
15
like since,
hours?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I did really good. I was really telling myself, like at one point I was waking up and I felt my body start to wake. And I'm like, no, wait. So wait, relax. Wait. Give me time. And I went back to sleep.
Good.
I had to tap myself. Oh yeah, I did George's class yesterday. George is Duisman as a CTT teacher. He's really cool. I led the class for
You
2
did?
taps. Yes, I did. I had to tap before. Tapping, could you explain what tapping is? It's just like, how do you explain that?
It's a way to release stuck emotions or emotions like from past lives or this life. Yeah.
It's like a faster version of EFT.
It's a faster version, yeah, because you do it bilaterally and you don't need to know like all the points and all that kind of stuff. You just do it bilaterally. It really works. Like you really feel your body relax after. There's a video on my channel if you guys want to check it out.
Yeah, I had a lot of crying moments. You were able to see how I cope, right? And then it just passes. So it's good because like when I have like stuck emotions, like I could feel exactly where they are in my body. So I tap there and then it'll come out and then I'll ugly cry and then it'll feel better. So yeah, it's usually around here, like my throat all the way down my sternum.
Yeah.
So it's all there, always stuck there. So
Yeah,
I'll just start tapping there.
I get it there too, mostly around the heart. That's where most of mine are. But the great thing about it is that you're getting to teach the kids all of these techniques that they can use now, learn now, and not like when they're 40 and depressed and having a midlife crisis. You know, like they get to grow up learning these things and how to deal with their emotions, which is amazing. And we bought them those conscious storybooks that were really fun. Like we started to teach Buggy animal communication, like we taught them how to communicate with animals and to use their heart, to open up their heart. And there's a story of Diablo. You can look it up on YouTube. It's just put in like animal communication and Diablo and it should come up. But it's about this, what was he, a leopard, a black leopard. And he was rescued from like a breeding farm, so it was really yucky there, and he was alone in a little cage all the time and mistreated, and this guy rescued him and took him to this sanctuary, but the leopard wouldn't come out of the little nighttime cage and would like growl at anyone that came near him. And so they had this animal communicator come in, and she sat down next to him, you know, like opened up her heart and just spoke to him and listened to him, to what he had to say. And he basically told her that, you know, my name is Diablo. I don't like that name. Diablo means the devil, and I'm not a devil. I deserve love and respect, and I want my name changed to Spirit. So they changed his name to Spirit, and he was also very concerned about these 2 cubs that were left behind. And so after communicating with her, she passed this on to the man that was in charge of the sanctuary, and he didn't even believe in any of this stuff. But when she told him about the cubs, he had totally forgotten about it. But he's like, oh my God, there were 2 cubs there that we left behind. So that's how that triggered for him, the knowing that this was real, that she was really communicating with him, and that he was really concerned about these things. And so then later on in the day, he actually came out of the cage for the first time and started roaming around the sanctuary. And the man had a heart-to-heart conversation with him, with the leopard, and, you know, explained to him that we won't call you Diablo anymore. We will call you Spirit, and that we will give you the love and respect that you deserve. And like he changed, the leopard changed in an instant. And Yeah, it was a really beautiful story. So that was the story that was told in the book. And at the end of the book, it teaches the kids like how to communicate with animals, you know, and really it just requires you to take a couple deep breaths, get quiet, open your heart and listen. And so we were having them communicate with my dogs, Coco and Bud. And Matthew asked Coco, why are you so afraid of everything? Because he's very anxious and on edge. He's afraid of like loud noises and just like quick movements and things like that. And Coco told him, well, it's because, or he showed him a picture of kids chasing him. And when Coco was a puppy, we lived in this house where it was like on a corner on a busy street and there was a yard, and the kids used to come by all the time on their bikes and skateboards and scooters, and they would like kick the fence and kind of chase the dogs like around the perimeter of the yard. And so that was Coco's initial trauma. Yeah. Yeah. And they also communicated with Bud, and Bud said that he didn't want to sleep under the table anymore because I have his dog bed set up under my bedside table because he kind of liked to go in there and hide under something. But I noticed, and Karen noticed, that he wasn't sleeping in there anymore. And so he told the kids that he didn't want to sleep under there anymore, that he wanted a new place to sleep. And so he still hasn't found like his place. He seems to be like testing out spots around the room.
Yeah, I found he was sleeping on my side a lot, and I was just like, what are you doing here? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. But that was really fun, like getting them, like opening their minds up to being able to do that, you know?
Yeah, channelers.
Yeah. And also teaching them about like the heart and love, and how there's a book about it's called something about the hug, what is it called?
I
Something
don't know
about
what it's called, but it's about sticky thoughts.
It's about sticky thoughts, and how our sticky thoughts get trapped around the heart sometimes. And when we're struggling with them and through them, that it just becomes harder and harder and harder to get out of that sticky web. And it teaches them to surrender, you know, into that, and just to relax and let it go. And then you're free. You become free of that web. So it's a really good story. And at the end, it has like a little meditation. I'll link those books below too if anyone's interested, but we have to get going. It's really nice to hang out with you guys. I really kind of missed you while we were on vacation.
You know, it's been a while that we posted.
Yeah.
Cosmin had a very peaceful, on the edge of boring, but he loved his Christmas, so that's good. And yeah, Myrna's saying that it didn't feel like Christmas. You know what? As much as it didn't feel like Christmas, it felt like the most Christmassy for me. Like it was the best way to end the year. I found it was really lovely.
I felt like people had more Christmas spirit this year because of everything going on. Like it really didn't stop people from celebrating, even though they tried really hard, you know, and some people did, obviously, but most people had a really special Christmas this year.
Yeah, for those
Some
that
people
were brave
didn't.
enough to celebrate it.
Right.
You have to be brave to celebrate. And it was just really like, you know what, if this is it, like I want to go out with a bang. And yeah, Tena like she brought the show home. Like she took everything. It was the best. I was just really like in awe about how magical it really is, that kind of holiday.
I was just excited to spend the holiday with you guys. And, you know, it feels more special when there's kids and they really bring the magic, you know, and I wanted to make it special for them because it felt special for me too, because I haven't, you know, I'm on my own here. Like that was the first time I bought like a real tree, a big tree to put up and decorate and all of it. So it was really fun for me too, to get to spend it in like a family, you know. So, yeah. All right, well, we have to get going. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We'll be back for more videos now that we're kind of settled
Back in the groove, yeah.
Back in the groove, yeah.
I'm on day, 5 or 6 of quarantine?
Oh yeah, you're still in quarantine.
It's okay. I don't mind it actually. I actually enjoy the quiet and not having to be out there in the world. I feel it's important right now to preserve as much energy as you can to hold the light. So not getting too
Absolutely.
involved with the outer world, not getting too involved with the information coming in. Just like everybody else that has been, we've been fortunate enough, I've been telling Tina, like we've been fortunate enough to be able to grab as many puzzle pieces as we could as time was going on, opening up ourselves and our hearts to receiving information about what's really going on in the world and to really reveal how upside down our world is. And yeah, I was just, my question really was just like, how are we going to expose all of this, especially to people who have no idea or who have zero puzzle pieces, you know? And we have been able or trying as much as possible without getting censored to expose these things, to whoever. But I don't know who sees the information, no one ever, people see it, but they secretly, they don't say anything. They don't like it. They don't share it. So how do we know? Um, but yeah, it was just like, talking to a few people who are just like, well, we all know what the real world is. So what's the point of knowing what it is? Like, we can't do anything. And I go, and that's where you're disempowered, like where you're allowing, better, but you're choosing not to do anything about it or to share it. You're just choosing to watch the stupidity unfold or just rolling with that wave and surrendering to what could be a concentration camp later on in the future. We don't know. So it's just like, to what point are you going to finally say this is absurd and not enough, or that I am not a powerful enough being to put an end to all this? This is the whole thing. It's just like, you may feel like you yourself are not powerful enough as one person, but if you can get yourself up and people up to stand up for our rights, that's when the change happens. So if you already don't believe that you're powerful enough, or just accepting that, oh, what's the point of fighting other people, it's not going to bring anything, this is what our fate is, that's just, I don't know, I find that's very unacceptable, especially when you know better. It's
Right.
either you play that role like, I know better, and what's the point? It's just, I'm not enough. Well, you're already telling me you're not powerful enough. And
Right.
that's
Well,
that's the problem. You don't see that
right.
you're powerful enough.
This is the problem, is that humanity has been so victimized that they can't see their power anymore. They don't, this is all about power and sovereignty and humanity taking responsibility for themselves instead of looking outside of themselves to governments and corporations to run their lives. So it's a roots effort in order to get people to understand how powerful they are, and that the change is with them. It is with we, the people, and it has to be us that makes these changes. And we are more powerful than we can ever imagine when we come together united for a single cause. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And yeah, so that's it. It's just like, if you know information, share it. Be brave enough to share it. You're not there to like influence, like, or to impose yourself on there, but just plant the seed. If they
Yeah.
see it, the seed is planted. And people will eventually like have to make a choice. So if they want to go and get themselves over the edge and believe whatever their reality is on them. But I feel it is a responsibility of ours to be able to share information. If we know something, share it. Because
Yeah.
I would want someone to tell me, or at least for me to get information openly, open-minded, and just use my discernment and be like, is that enough? I don't know. Like, I just want to know. I want to know.
Right.
You never know who wants to know or who needs that information, because one day you might have somebody who's really willing to offer their arm to get this vaccine, and maybe that information that you share is actually going to make them second guess it and say, no, I don't want it.
Right. I posted something the other day, just real quickly, about the vaccine, is that, we're calling it a vaccine, but it really isn't. It's really a piece of medical technology. It's just down to, the molecular size. It's really not a vaccine in the classic sense at all. So I think partially our fight is in fighting and calling it a vaccine, when it's really not even that at all. It's a medical technology. It's an actual treatment. So I think maybe we need to reclassify the way we talk about it. You know.
I know a ton of people that had this stuff, this medical shot, if you will, technology shot. A handful. I think almost all of my staff at my department has had it done, because I'm seeing all their statuses and it's like that little injection and check next to their name, or they're changing their profile picture saying I've been vaccinated, you know, like, so yeah, that's just the reality that we're in. So there's a divide there. And again, like I said, I want, but then again, they still have to wear masks. Go figure, you know,
Right.
like, it's just not logical for me. It's just like, well, if that was gonna, not that I would consider it, but I'm just saying, like, logically, if you're promising me this vaccine that is supposed to make you immune to COVID-19, then I should not have to wear a mask. I do not have to social distance. I can get on with my life as usual.
Well,
Right.
they're not even saying that this makes you immune to COVID-19. What they're saying is that all it does is possibly lessen the symptoms. So
if you're already asymptomatic, what's that? Isn't that good enough? You have no symptoms. I mean, you have no symptoms. Asymptomatic. That should be good enough.
right. Yeah. And what you're doing by getting the vaccine is what this mRNA is doing. It's going into your cells and telling your cells to produce these pathogens. So they're like cell making machines. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys are good out there. Yes, we are the change, Cosmin. We have to be the change. It has to start with us. So yeah, just be really gentle with yourselves. The energies are really intense right now. There's a lot going on. Get some rest, drink lots of water, take care of yourself out there, and
Do the bio cleanse.
do the bio.
Let us know how your mummies, we call them mummies, how they look like.
Yeah.
I'll show you. If you show me yours, I'll show you mine.
All right. We love you guys.